And let's fucking do this, man. We now know why that tag is. Oh my god, why? Why do I have to return? Because we haven't finished this game, that's why. So what is going on, guys? This is Ken from A Big Cow here. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, where nothing goes wrong in the existence of space and time. Okay, we're gonna stop with that bullshit right now. In the previous episode, we found out the hard way why this game has a tag that says those for not easily disturbed. In the previous episode, we found out that something in this game isn't quite what it seems to be. Something is inside this game is manifesting itself inside of this game, changing this script itself and and even the files as well. I'm not even fucking joking. In the previous episode, we actually found out that if we exit the DLC itself, you actually get to go into these files to have something new or taken out of it. And look at this. Sayori is now 100% gone. Now, I've actually, after the previous episode, I did do a little bit more snooping around in the game's file. And also Sayori's files were all under like what, 44. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna hop right back into this game, and I'm gonna see what fucked up. Let's continue this version of. Let's get that music back on. I'm now very uncomfortable listening to this. Yeah, look at that. I guess. Oh. Something ain't right. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is... Oh, shit. You see how the game's like self out, you know? My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to say something like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let, like, what the fuck is going on here? Catch up with me. What? Bro. My screen's brightness is a little higher than what your guys are seeing and more contrasted, but there is something in between Yuri and Monica there. Okay, this is it's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school. What's going on in the last episode is fucking with the script now. What? I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any club, so I'm perfectly content to getting on the average or spending my free time on games and anime. It kind of reminds me of someone else I know, honestly. There's always been the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. You'll be surprised. It's school day is as ordinary as airy and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation to live. Clubs really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me and to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Cow? I'm sorry, what? Something about this is not right, like, at all. Something about this isn't right, man. I mean, we learned that in the previous episode, but still. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. So, without Sayori, is Monica gonna be our motivation to join the literature club? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. So, that bit's still the same. It's just, we got rid of Sayori then? Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Yeah, this is repeating just without the club room. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. He said that in the last act as well. So, most of the script is still the same, just in a different place and a little bit different because Sayori isn't here. Nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity of how to prepare for events. I'd rather to take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it, you know? In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Fucking hell. This should probably be a good time to, like, say, give you guys a warning of what this game has to offer. So I'm gonna do that now. Warning, this game contains jump scares, loud noises, and other horror elements. If that ain't your thing, please do proceed with massive... Now that we've got past the prologue stage, it's gonna get a whole lot worse from here. A literature club. Literature? You know, it's funny actually. It glitched when she said literature club. So maybe whatever's manifesting inside of this game is actually the literature club itself and not any character. I wonder. That sounds kind of dull. Yeah, it does sound kind of dull, doesn't it? Yeah. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. You know, Sayori was the vice president for the literature club, right? And if that was the case, then who's this vice president now? Because if Sayori's been completely obliterated from the game itself, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps a manga collection in the club. Natsuki, isn't it? She said that in the previous episode that she actually has a manga, wanted to read manga, so it must be Natsuki, you know? It would be so good if it was Yuri, actually. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say C? Oh, God. Hey, Cal. By any chance, are you still looking to a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit my club, it'll make me really happy, please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? So I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Cal, you know that? It's nothing really. So we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Yikes, last time it was a cupcake. Also, the music line. Also, all my save files got deleted apparently, so I'm kind of hating that. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Monica? Monica? Do you want to explain what the fuck, why the fuck you just had a seizure just there? I'm back, and I brought you a guest with me. Oh, fuck you, you fucking piece. There's Yuri. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Was that joke in the previous act as well? I think it was. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Cal. All roads escape me in this history, and this club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? Ah. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, his name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. A small figure makes her look like a first year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. So it's Yuri, the vice president, then. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, he appears completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Cal in a classroom and he decided to come out and check the club. Isn't that right? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? Let me guess, he's gonna mention some cupcakes. I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come and sit down? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know how you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It's much hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially with something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Or school in general. I've got a fidget spinner as well, so I could just start. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can we'll really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki. Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. So it's different girls are all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. So, a couple of episodes ago, we actually found out that there's actually 3 possible endings. I don't know the name of the endings, but apparently the ending we're going for is a casual once we've done this like casual ending, I want to try and get the best possible ending of the game, which I've done a little bit of research of how to get this ending. I actually have to go through all the things with Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki all within the same playthrough and same sitting. However, I have to do Sayori first because obviously she gets deleted from the game. So that's going to make it a little bit more difficult, honestly, because we have to not only get Sayori, but we also have to get Yuri and Natsuki too. I don't know if we have to still try and get Monica though, but that's just going to be something for another day, honestly. After this playthrough, I'm going to try and keep it as little information in my head as possible, but I do know how we can get the good ending. But at the moment, I don't actually know how I'm going to get that good ending. I might get like a cheat system up and that, you know, after this original playthrough. Who knows? Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Cal, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've watched in the past 3 years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Yeah, it was Natsuki. Alright, good. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I don't fucking know. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Last time she liked horror, so I wonder if this will change too. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with a finger. My favorites are using novels of a deep and complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling them a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. So that is also different. Did the entity... I have just fucking realized the background. No way! Guys, like, if any of you are like recording the screen, I want you to like edit in a zoom and zoom into the background right behind Yuri's left shoulder. Her left, not our left, her left. Because if you look behind her, you could actually see the picture of the last act. Or the last scene of the last act. I've only just realised that. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds a comfort in the world of books, not people. I wonder if there's anything else that's new in the background that I haven't noticed yet. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately, so the horror scene is still there. I read a horror book once. I just regress something I can relate to at the minimum level. And this way, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yep, still as savage as ever. I expect that from you, Yuri. Suits your personality. Oh, is that so? In between Yuri and Monica, you can actually see her picture there, and yikes! Thanks for the constant reminder, DDLC. Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Sure, horror is often very successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki died that over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, that you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you're working on a poem called Don't Say It Loud. Give that back. Fine, Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you say them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. Understand how Natsuki feels. Certain that level of writing takes more than just confidence. I guess so. truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Something that I was actually confused about in the previous episode is the whole, when I ended the last episode, it actually said the end. And I was looking back at the footage, just like every FNAF video game ever in existence. I brightened up the image by like 200%, and there was a question mark at the end of it, which is really what sold me to come back to this game and press continue after the whole deletion of it, you know? You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look critically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time with me, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on responsibility of Vice President after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Oh, then there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire fucking time. I never said I would join the club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. So if ever comes to look at and I lose my train of thought. Wolfie gets stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. No, you're not. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if I'm poems as price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the Legacy Club. On my one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah, should be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. I'm so happy we can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, I'm really impressed the class start Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to as Rory cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the Legacy Club? Perhaps I'll even have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, this is new. A special dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse I just wanted to go home. I came in upon a huge empty room. The ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side. Or to a wall or anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of intermediate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Even Sayori's TV is gone. Alright. Alright, let's do this then. Alone, misery, horror, music, silly, jump, boop, lust, I guess, hop, eternity, uncanny, misfortune, entropy, contamination, kiss, destiny, fluffy, infinite, clumsy, anime. There you go. Like I said in the previous act, I'm not trying to, go for any particular person. Hi again, Carl. Glad to see you doing one of my stars. Haha. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. When I'm back at the Legends Club, I was last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Thanks for I ain't going crazy, right? Her face was all for a minute. I'm not going crazy, am I? Her face was... Yeah, it was. I'm just looking back at the footage now. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the listener when you're not accustomed to it or have any fucking interest in it, yeah. The music just slowed down and sped up. What? Oh, fuck. What the fuck is going on now? Natsuki just fucking what? I've gotta keep on looking back at the footage, man. Now that we've actually started having file changes, I might check the files regularly now. Oh, look at that, we have more pictures now. Nice. Alright, looks like we don't so far. Except for this, that was the special poem. One of 11 special poems DDLC selects 3 random special poems to appear when it started for the first time. Huh. That's weird, then. That one's new. Oh, what's that? Artwork drawn by Stacy to celebrate Halloween in 2019. Huh. That's interesting, actually. Nothing in the mail still. Files, maybe? Can you hear me? That's new! There's a little devil inside of all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality. It's withering, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find. into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort of food. I mean, I do that too, so yeah. Or into their newly opened gaps in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. Anything new in here? Hmm. Yeah, the game had to, for some reason, update after Act 1. I don't know why, but it just asked me to update the game. So. Oh, look at that. It's no longer glitched out. Okay. Alright, then. Come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if she planned to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't sit. Monica. Monica, buddy. You're kind of blocking the fucking text. Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Just defeated, and Natsuki plops back into her seat. But Monica actually went in front of the text. So is it Monica? Is Monica messing around the game's files? I feel like there's been so many signs that something's behind the scenes is happening, and I'm just like being so oblivious to it before in Act 1. Just defeated. Yeah, we did that. I'm sorry. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yoshi suits Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, music sift! Music sift! I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be able to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so as to keep your attention, even if you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I would like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I'm pleased that you take the book. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaged around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri about a little more, but at the same time I'd feel bad distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. That's how the same book says he lent to me. Well then, that seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap. Vixie noticed me looking at her. My God! You're fucked! She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was just focused and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something very obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Yeah, it's obviously got 1 for you and 1 for her. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why it's not skipping the next one. Once I start to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, last time it was about something like a fantasy, you know? I took a look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I think I've read that book before. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure I've read that book before. There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front. Yes, I have! I have! Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah! It is kind of dark. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Just like the game we're playing now. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so silent and reclusive to everyone else, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. The text font is different. And then son, oh, what? I didn't even get a chance to finish reading that, man. Hang on, I'm gonna pause the footage. Too fast. I'm rambling, aren't I? Why can I smell bacon? Are you cooking bacon? Okay. What? Yeah, sure. Oh. I love a bit of bacon, actually. Yeah, you are kind of rambling. Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise, I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess that's alright then. But I felt like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts. Can you not fucking skip entire fucking sentences? Am I pressing the button too fast? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. I'm gonna tap it. I'm gonna keep it up here and I'm gonna tap it. I'm not gonna do what I normally do from now on. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That means you're just passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Fuck you! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god. People in chat are probably just enjoying watching me suffer, aren't you? You guys are enjoying watching me suffer, aren't you? Yes. You're always like, yes, we are enjoying watching you suffer. Oh my god, I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I stay here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah, are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. So you understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yeah, you're fucking human. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. What the f... Can you stop doing that? Can you stop skipping over fucking... I almost got that as well. I almost paused it from the stream view. Fucking hell, you really need to you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to, sorry. I mean, sorry, no, fuck. That's all, yeah, that clip on YouTube, yeah, it's the only thing I can think about right now. I mean, here, this would work, right? I slide my desk into this, up against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is on the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Man, this is a very wholesome scene, ain't it? I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and flips over to her side. But in holding it like this, we huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's just how I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Okay, me and the main character probably thought about the same thing just there. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Yeah, yeah, okay, he definitely thought the same thing as me at the moment. Yikes. I'm glad to have Yuri's face again now, and our eyes meet. How I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. So I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Oh, fucking hell. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she clutches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminded me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses at things that she says and all that. Eh? That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. You're feeling right, eh? You've been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. Or you can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water, alright? Don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Cal? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. You're acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Aha, don't worry, I believe you, silly. You does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Ah, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with saying our poems with each other? Yeah? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note where I left it off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. Ah! The first choice between Natsuki and Monica. So we can't show it to Yuri just yet for some reason, so... And you know what? Before I end this episode, I'm going to quickly save, exit DDLC, and I'm going to go into the files, and I'm going to see if I can find anything new, you know? Alright, so nothing new by the looks of it yet. Just yet, though. Anyway, I'm gonna end this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like button. And hey, if you're new and don't want, you can subscribe and join team Epic Calamity today. And of course, you guys enjoyed it. Of course, see you guys next time. Bye bye. Outro's always awkward for the streams. I'm not gonna lie.